The job sounds very glamorous because you get to meet Shah Rukh Khan and the Amitabh Bachchan and the Ayushmann Khurranas and the Akshay Kumars of the world. I hosted Amir Khan twice. I've hosted Shah Rukh Khan and Shahid Kapoor both for three times.
Wow.
It's like, then it was a everyday thing.
Yeah.
So, it is a kick when this happens. But Monday to Saturday, you are every day fixed. Hai. बारिश है, होली है, दिवाली है, whatever it is, you are inside the studio doing the show. So I remember days where जहाँ पर इतनी ज्यादा बारिश हुई हो और यहाँ तक का पेट तक का पानी जो है उसमें चल के भी 11 बजे sharp I have gone live.
Shit.
And all the jocks have done that. There are times जहाँ पर वर्ल्ड कप इंडिया से बाहर कहीं हो रहा है, जहाँ पर टाइम जोन ऐसी है कि you have to go on air at 4 a.m. in the morning क्योंकि cricket updates are told, they are sponsored. आगे एक tag बज रहा है, the cricket updates brought to you by so and so. So it can't go blank. You need to go and give the updates. So there have been times where I've woken up at 3:30, in the night and been in the studio at 4 o'clock.
Hey, this is Meenakshi Srivastava, also known as My Boho Voyage, and I welcome you to another amazing episode of Inspiring Explorers. And as the name suggests, Inspiring Explorers is all about inspiring you with the inspiring life journeys of some of the most successful personalities from around the world. And they also share with us some interesting travel experiences that are not limited to sightseeing. For this episode of Inspiring Explorers, we have an inspiring explorer who is the life of any event, RJ Megha. Megha has been associated with print, radio, electronic, and social media as a professional since 2007. She has hosted over 1100 events in India and abroad, around 2500 on air radio shows with Radio Mirchi, 100 plus TV shows with 7 national channels, talk, chat shows on YouTube, Ghana, Facebook headquarters, and most recently as a soft skills trainer and a digital marketer collaborating with top notch corporates and lifestyle brands. She has interviewed the best of Bollywood stars like Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan, Akshay Kumar, Ajay Devgan, Shahid Kapoor, Madhuri Dixit, Farhan Khan, Deepika Padukone, Ayushmann Khurrana, Vicky Kaushal, Kartik Aryan. That's right. From celebrities to comedians to best of the best YouTube celebrities like Ranbir Alahabadia, Kusha Kapila, you name it, and Megha has interviewed them all and hosted around 200 plus top film, TV, sports, and YouTube celebrities. She is one of the most loved hosts at premium weddings, corporate events, and high end clubs. She has also proudly held the mic for Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guards, state and central government events graced by then Chief Minister multiple times and sports events with 10,000 plus audience. And as Megha rightly says, मेरी लाइफ में events नहीं है, मेरी life ही event है. You can watch our episodes on my YouTube channel, My Boho Voyage, MyBohoVoyage, and also come connect with me on Instagram at the rate My Boho Voyage to catch me and my guests go live on Instagram. Also, if you guys are on Clubhouse, come connect with me there as well, and let's have some great conversations. All the links are mentioned in the description box below. If you're watching this or any other episode on YouTube, then please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to always stay updated whenever I post a new video. And if you're listening to this episode on Spotify, please follow. And if on Apple Podcasts, then please subscribe and please leave a review about the show or any comments that you have to come and share that with me, as it helps me bring you more awesome episodes. So, without any more delays, let me welcome the life of any event, the happy host, RJ Megha. Welcome to Inspiring Explorers, Megha. Super happy to have you here, and thank you so much for taking out time for us.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi, for having me. I was actually looking forward to actually have a conversation with somebody who is so much into conversations. I have seen your previous vlogs and they are fantastic. Way to go, girl.
Thank you so much, Megha. So before I come into the conversation part and you're being an RJ, let me first congratulate you guys on the IFP event, the India Film Project virtual event that you guys organized in October last year, even after the COVID hit, and yet you guys made it a whole different level of amazing. I thought when you guys said that you're switching to virtual, I thought it would be on Zoom or something, and you had this entirely different platform with the runtime communications and so many features to be jotted down as well. Like even after seeing it, I don't know how many people can do that. So super congratulations on that. I thoroughly enjoyed it, thoroughly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed. I think the entire experience of India Film Project Season 10, Ritam Bhatnagar being the founder and also my better half, I think I'm absolutely proud of how we pulled off the 10th season. It was very special for us. And I think COVID put a hold on every huge plan we had. But I think to be honest, nobody's happy about the COVID situation. But as far as India Film Project Season 10 was concerned, it was a blessing in disguise. So every year we go to Mehboob Studios where, people travel from across India at the studios and we have a actually live event. And this year, because of COVID, we couldn't have a on-ground event and the virtual platform. I think parallelly 4 stages for 4 days and the 3D stage. So I, as a host, I might have hosted some 1800 events till now, but I have not hosted any event which had like a 3D virtual stage. So yeah, the experience is amazing, and I'm so proud of that.
Super. Actually, I loved it so much. I was looking forward to meeting Nawazuddin Siddiqui sir for so long, and when he came in his rawest form, to be honest, because it was even virtual, so you get to see the true self of people. So much knowledge and so much, super congratulations on this part also to making it an edutainment. It's not just an IFP event. Where creators connect, it's also an edutainment. You get inspired, you learn so much, and also you're getting entertained. So that's
I
like a
believe you get a
bonus.
dose for your entire year because the festival spans from 2 to 4 days every year.
Yeah.
So I think looking at 150 celebrities and listening to them having such beautiful in-depth conversations
True,
like
true,
never
true.
before is a learning experience. Like from Ayushman Khurrana to Vicky Kaushal to Pankaj
True.
Tripathi to Ratna Pathak to 150 people for 2 days, and you're like glued to the screen.
True,
It was
true, true. Crazy, yeah, truly, truly, truly. Listening to Barkha and who not actually, Beer Biceps and what not and who not. And you guys have met everybody, to be honest. I'll come back to that part as well. So let me begin with my first question. So you said that your family is full of lawyers, okay? Your mother being a lawyer and your father being a lawyer, but then you are an RJ and not just a simple RJ. You're the most famous and most loved and top rated RJ. So, how did you get inspired to choose this career, and why did you choose, being an RJ?
honestly, Meenakshi, it was not a planned thing at all. It was a you know accident to become an RJ because I was not a very confident public speaker as a school kid. I was very shy. The moment I climbed up the stage, I think till 12th class, it continued. I tried hard forever to be as participative as my mom would want me to be, but I could never pass. I could never reach that standard of being a good orator like how my family members are. So I think theaters helped me a lot. So I always had that point in my mind that I want to be a part of media somehow. So I pursued my master's in communication. So that's where I was, but I never had that confidence that I'll become an RJ. So I think while I pursued my master's, it was MDC, so Masters in Development Communication. So the very first job I had was around communication, but not being a public figure. So I joined Center for Environment Education. So Vikram Sarabhai's son, that is Kartikeya Sarabhai, he runs an NGO called Center for Environment Education, where they also work with a government organization, of course, in sync with UNICEF, where they work for environment. So that's where I used and diverted my communication skills towards for 1 year. So that was the beginning of my career. But because I told you that there was somewhere in my head that I want to be a part of media, somewhere. So I tried my hands in hosting TV shows, live TV shows for a very long time, which was on already. So while doing a 10 to 5 job early in the morning, I used to go have my live shows with Zee Gujarati, ETV Gujarati, Doordarshan. I used to do a lot of telefilms for DD National. That was all after having a good 3 years of experience with theaters. Till
Hmm.
then, I was a very shy kid with, butterflies in the stomach and, shivers in the legs and sweaty palms when I saw a mic or public at large. But I think theaters changed me. And while doing my 10 to 5 job as an environmentalist, working with a organization which was into social cause, somebody from Radio Mirchi saw me perform on television live every day. And that show was a fun show. And they realized there is somebody who's very spontaneous, and they actually asked me to come and try my luck. And I
Wow.
was still not confident that I would get through the auditions, because I wasn't local in Ahmedabad. I shifted only for my college. So I was like, why would they choose me? I'm not even local. I had just spent 5 years, 3 years of my graduation and 2 years of my master's. Why would they choose me? So and the job wherein I was, they sent me to Sri Lanka. So at the age of
Wow.
21, the very first year of your job, you are given an international assignment with UNICEF. You're traveling for free to Sri Lanka,
Wow.
and then Nepal, Bhutan trips were planned already. Or so as a 21-year old young kid, what more do you want? You have those planned amazing trips where you work for a
True.
good cause, and you also get to travel so much.
Yeah.
So the person who approached me from Mirchi, I told him that I think I'm happy with my job, and I'm not very confident that I'll be selected here. So I told him that I'll come on a Saturday at 1:30 p.m. while I have my lunch break. If you are okay, I can come and give the interview that point when I'm comfortable. So I did this on my current job, and then I went there to actually give the interview, and that too very hesitantly. And I think they had to follow up for many days to convince me to try my luck, because honestly I was underconfident that I'll be selected. And that's how I think I got through, and then there was no looking back. So I've got my bestest of lifetime memories while working with Radio Mirchi for like 9 long years.
Wow, that's super, super amazing story to be honest. And the part where you talked about traveling Sri Lanka and then Nepal and Bhutan, and you're just 21 and you get so many, and then you're working for UNICEF. Like, awesome. So, like you said, you enjoyed your work in Mirchi. So, how did you make a switch to becoming a freelancer and doing things on your own and becoming your own, independent woman? Like, I don't want anybody and I can be myself now. Like, not working for anybody, but for myself.
I think Meenakshi, change is the only constant, right, for everybody.
Yeah.
So, like how you just mentioned, so I just went to Sri Lanka, and my Nepal Bhutan trips were planned, and Mirchi approached me. So I
Yeah.
think I got selected. So Nepal Bhutan somehow got dropped, but I was more than happy for dropping that, because I was getting something which was huge and an aspirational job, which people actually pray for. It was so amazing as a
True.
young 22-year-old. I got into it, and as far as the switch is concerned, I think 9 years was pretty long enough for working with the same brand for like so long. I learned as much as I could, and then at a certain point in your life, you want to ensure that you also add value to your own life. You invest some time for yourself.
True.
The job sounds very glamorous, because you get to meet Shah Rukh Khan and the Amitabh Bachchan and the Ayushmann Khurranas and the Akshay Kumars of the world. But when you do that for like 9 long years back to back, I hosted Amir Khan twice. I've hosted Shah Rukh Khan and Shahid Kapoor both for three times.
Wow.
It's like, then it was a everyday thing.
Yeah.
So when it is a kick when this happens, and it doesn't happen every day. Like, a few, gine chune din hote saal mein when you get such huge opportunity. Rest, I think it's all normal for every day, where you go live, you do a show for 3 hours. It is a kick, definitely. But at the end of the year, when you ask yourself that, oh, you are the most recalled job, you get maximum votes, being the most heard, or RJ, or most popular RJ. But then at the end of the day, when you ask yourself, ki naya kya seekha? you know so
Yeah.
what do you add? You don't really have time for yourself. You really can't afford to travel much when you are a radio jockey, because what happens
Mm.
is, if there is an accountant who, say for example, is going to be absent for personal, professional, or whatever reason, you can find a replacement to that person. But when you are a RJ, you are a person who's on air, जिसकी एक स्टाइल होती है, जिसका एक कनेक्ट होता है, जिसका कंटेंट का एक तरीका होता है, तो वो रिप्लेस करना सिस्टम के लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता है. तो मंडे टू सैटरडे यू आर एवरी डे फिक्स है. बारिश है, होली है, दिवाली है, वट एवर इट इज, यू आर इनसाइड द स्टूडियो डूइंग द शो. सो आई रिमेम्बर डेज व्हेन जहां पर मिर्ची का स्टूडियो है अहमदाबाद में, वो ढलान वाला रास्ता है. ओके, और वहां पर पानी बहुत ज्यादा भरता है. सो आई रिमेम्बर डेज जहां पर इतनी ज्यादा बारिश हुई हो और यहाँ तक का पेट तक का पानी जो है उसमें चल के भी 11 बजे शार्प आई हैव गॉन लाइव, यू नो. एंड ऑल द जॉक्स हैव डन दैट. देयर आर टाइम्स जहां पर वर्ल्ड कप इंडिया से बाहर कहीं हो रहा है, जहां पर टाइम जोन ऐसी है कि यू हैव टू गो ऑन एयर एट 4 AM इन द मॉर्निंग, क्योंकि क्रिकेट अपडेट्स आर टोल्ड, दे आर स्पॉन्सर्ड. आगे एक टैग बज रहा है, द क्रिकेट अपडेट्स ब्रॉट टू यू बाय सो एंड so it can't go blank, you need to go and give the updates. So there have been times where I've woken up at 3:30 you know, in the night and been in the studio at 4 o'clock. So it is a job where, you know, on Sundays you are required to host some or the other event when it comes to your clientele, you know, the brand for which you are working. Radio which is the Times of India brand, so it has a huge clientele, so you need to host the events on Sundays. So Monday to Sunday you are on the job, so you know, you have no time for yourself. So I think 9 years I did that, learned a lot, enjoyed, zero regrets, rather overwhelmed with what I got to learn. And then it was time to move on, because it was evidently clear that as a jock I was doing good, but you know, on ground events was my forte. And you know, not boasting, but I'm unbeatable when it comes to energy. तो इतना ज्यादा अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स मिल रहा था. सो देयर आर टाइम्स बिटवीन नवंबर टू फेब्रुअरी, you know, Gujarat has this thing of big fat weddings and a lot of corporate events that happens, because we have a lot of pharmaceuticals, IT based brands here. So events बहुत ज्यादा होती है और बहुत ही ग्रैंड स्केल पर होती है. प्लस यहाँ पर रेडियो कल्चर इतना ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है कि RJs आर ट्रीटेड एज सेलिब्रिटीज. तो द काइंड ऑफ ट्रस्ट and fancy people have for a radio jockey here in Gujarat, I think it's amazingly wow and overwhelming. So I thought that on ground event में जितने पैसे है, जितना exposure है, you know, of traveling across the world and hosting events, meeting like 1,000 people daily between November to February, every day there are times when I host 2 events a day. So morning I'm hosting a poolside party, afternoon there is a mehndi, evening there is a sangeet. So I'm like on the roll like mad, running around, changing outfits and climbing up the stage, hosting different clients. So I think yeah, freelance वाला जॉब जो है वो सोचा उससे बहुत ज्यादा किकिंग निकला, and I'm so enjoying it.
Definitely. And listening to this entire, conversation that you just said to me, the things that you said, it's like what people see is all the glamour and the fun, and like how many celebrities did Megha meet, and oh my God, her life is so good and so lucky she is. But the amount of, the process part that we miss, the behind the scenes, like you talked about, कि संडे से मंडे से लेके संडे तक अपना जीवन गंवा दिया उस चीज में, बिकॉज योर मॉर्निंग टू नाइट यू कांट स्लीप, यू कांट, मतलब बारिश हो रही है, आंधी हो रहा है, तूफान हो रहा है, शी हैज टू गो टू द जॉब, एंड दैट्स हाउ शी इज
राखी
मीटिंग,
मैंने कई सालों तक स्टूडियो के अंदर राखी बांधी है. आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन इनसाइड द स्टूडियो. होली, दिवाली, राखी, यू कांट गो एंड स्टे एट योर प्लेस, बिकॉज़ फॉर रेडियो नवरात्रि तुम रात को 2 बजे तक इवेंट होस्ट कर रहे हो, ठीक है, प्राइस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन गेट्स ओवर एट 2, एंड देन पीपल हैव हैबिट ऑफ ईटिंग फाफड़ा जलेबी एट 2 इन गुजरात. तो वो नवरात्रि खत्म हुई, प्राइस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन खत्म हुआ, फोटो सेशन, मस्ती, धमाल, एंड देन अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग नेक्स्ट डे यू हैव गॉट टू डू योर शो, you know. So you are on the go every time during Navratri, Holi, Diwali, whatever it is. So, but no regrets, as I said, no complaints. It has been a roller coaster ride, which I think I never dreamt for myself, and I'm blessed, absolutely blessed.
True. Definitely. I can see that in your energy. Like you said, no regrets. I can totally see that in your face. You don't have any regrets. But the thing that it is super inspiring to, work so hard, and that is the reason she's meeting all these celebrities. So you have to work out hard for anything. And then she made a switch, Megha made a switch, and now again she's working, 4 AM वाली मेहंदी, या फिर मतलब pool party फिर मेहंदी, फिर सब कुछ, मतलब she doesn't have time for herself even now, but she's enjoying because that's what she loves to do. No,
Totally,
on
totally.
ground events. So super awesome, Mega. Now I want to ask, COVID changed plans for everything, for India Film Project and then for your on ground events as well, because
Yes.
everything stopped, the parties, the functions, the seminars. So how did you manage that change? And, when everything stopped, how did you, adjust yourself to that change? And how do you suggest our listeners and viewers to, keep going no matter what happens?
So I think it's all about keeping yourself updated, and I think clicking that button, which really refreshes you with a lot of which upskills you with what's happening outside of India or your cocoon. So I realized that outside of India, people have already shifted on online events, and luckily, the event management circuit here is quite open to new ideas. Considering we've been working since last 13 years together, so I proposed them that let's start convincing the clients to shift online if we can't really meet offline. So 22nd of March was when the lockdown was declared for Ahmedabad, and I think 1st of April or 2nd of April, yes, was the first event we did, which was so grand on Zoom. They had very basic gathering, which we converted into such a grand. Of course, the family was a Enthu Cutlet family, open for new ideas. So it was Parana. So Jain community, they do this fasting, and then digital Parana is what we converted this event into. So where they had their relatives joining from 6 countries, where the dadi was doing her Parana of eating for the first time after fasting for 8 long days with no water, no food. So that's what we call atthai. So 8 दिन तक कुछ खाना नहीं होता है, कुछ पीना नहीं होता है. It's a complete fast. And we hosted that in a very unique way, integrating polls, and we used a lot of third party apps over Zoom, which people had never seen. Not even polls, because that point of time Zoom was very new for the public, because
True.
lockdown had just begun. So
Yeah.
using polls and the features on Zoom and all new different ideas and games and all. And I think then there was no looking back. There were a lot of online events which corporates got into. Plus, I think the budget shifted to digital marketing, because the marketing departments already had budgets for corporates. Now, where would they use? Because they know that public gatherings are banned and that is not possible. So they shifted everything online. So a lot of events, so international brands like Walmart or national brands like say, Budweiser or a lot of other brands, they shifted online, and they did a lot of virtual shows for the employees to keep them engaged and keep them entertained. So that's where my energy shifted into. And also I ensured that during the lockdown, I announced a lot of workshops for public speaking, because people had got that reboot button दबाने का लोगों ने सीख लिया था कि मैं इस समय को अच्छे से I'm going to upskill myself. So that's where people started actually learning a lot of new things. So that's where I announced a few workshops. And also digital marketing was the thing. So I think in the past 9-10 months, whenever we have stopped going on ground, a lot of brands had budgets for making videos and promoting their stuff online. So there were some 8-9 brands for which I created content. That's what. So I think I kept myself very busy throughout the lockdown. Of course, I'm missing the weddings now, because वो इतने इतने नहीं हो रहे थे जितने अब तक इतने सालों तक हुए, उतने पागलों के जैसे नहीं हो रहे हैं.
Ah.
Limited हो रहे हैं, but हो रहे हैं. And yeah, so I think it's about upskilling and upgrading yourself with new ideas and innovation. That's what I think it makes fun.
Definitely super awesome. Like so many things that I wouldn't even think of. Like Parna ka jo aapne bataya, that going online and then Dadi eating fasting during that time, and then everybody from around the world from their families joined in on Zoom. Like awesome, man. किसने सोचा था?
The paradigm shift was cool. So you looking at other dadi, settled in Dubai, coming over Zoom and singing those traditional songs, was that entire pleasant shift of
Wow.
that generation of starting to
Yes.
use technology so easily was a pleasant surprise to me.
Truly, truly. Like seriously, जब lockdown शुरू हुआ है, we even the youngsters were skeptical about using Zoom, and then a dadi using Zoom, and then she's super comfortable doing that. So awesome, man. like COVID has been a blessing in disguise for a lot of creatives, to be honest. Like, I know COVID was hard on people, but then the new things that came out of it, people going digital and, making best out of it, was awesome to see. And
Right.
super, people can learn a lot from it if they want to. So this is
I agree.
awesome. Yeah. And like you talk about, public speaking workshops that you do, so people have these anxieties coming in front of people. Now, public speaking is something people do like TEDx or Josh Talks. Now, that's a different level of public speaking. What you do is, in even like people have anxiety doing that, just that. TEDx पे जाने में, स्टेज के सामने जाने में ही फटती है हम लोगों की. And then you are doing a whole different level of public speaking where you are involving the people to do things with you, join into activities. Like, I remember the recent post that you posted on Instagram of Saap Sidi wala game, like that huge Saap Sidi, and then you're making people, engage in that. So, I mean, how do you do that? Any tips for people to, keep up that energy, and how to make people involved in that, and not have butterflies in your stomach and not have those, sweaty hands and all? And how can people join you for that, for your workshops?
Okay, so I keep on announcing a lot of workshops on my Instagram and Facebook, which reads me as RJ Megha. So that's where I announce a lot of workshops. But I think the first question you asked is very interesting, Meenakshi. I think beating that stage fright is not one day job. So there are 85% of the people who confess that they have stage fright. वो डरते हैं stage से, anxiety होती है, the palms sweat, the this gets choked, and rest 15% I think they are liars.
True, true.
100% लोगों को स्टेज फियर होता है. तो मेरे हिसाब से यार वो ना एक रात में नहीं आ जाता. You need a lot of theoretical and practical knowledge, to be very honest. उसमें experience समय के साथ तुम जितना अपने आप को जितने मौके दोगे खुद को on pushing yourself out of that comfort zone and facing the fear, I think then you will start actually accepting the challenge and start learning things out of it.
Definitely. And I know that you do these workshops, and I would love to provide a link for our audiences who are watching this, that you can connect with Megha and you can join her workshops. She's the best, and the most energetic host I've seen so far. And so many events, so many. And she looks absolutely stunning in all those, ghagras and that dhoti. And oh my God, every day I see a new beautiful post. Awesome. So, I would like to ask another question. That recently I saw your, live that you went, the Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation. So, I got to know at that point of time that you had type 1 diabetes. So, can you tell us, like, when this news broke out to you that you have type 1 diabetes, and then how did it affect your life, and then how did it affect your public speaking life? Like, you're doing all these functions and you're working 24 hours, you're getting busy, and yet you have to, deal with that type 1 diabetic living. So how do you manage all of that?
So when actually leave aside type 1, I had
Yeah.
no clue what diabetes meant
Hmm.
until I was detected.
True.
तो बेसिक आइडिया होता है जो सालों से हम बचपन में उनको डायबिटीज है, मीठा नहीं खाना है, that's about it. But
Yeah.
how does diabetes affect your life? Not in one but thousand ways is what I only
True.
got to know after I got detected with not just diabetes but type 1 diabetes, where
True.
we don't need anything else to get high. One slice of pizza is enough. Food, water, anything, air can even rise our sugar levels for no reason. So I think it's a chronic condition jahan par it's not a disease, but I think it's a deficiency where a your pancreas is a little lazier than the rest of the world. Type 1
True.
diabetes is one condition jahan par type 2 diabetes, which is the most common for our listeners. I think they might not be aware what exactly this term is. So
Mm.
type 2 is where pancreas is not completely dead. It has not turned itself into ashes. So वो थोड़ा बहुत insulin produce करता रहता है, but type 1 में I think it's almost dead. So there is no insulin that is being produced in the body. So every time you have to inject yourself with insulin whenever you eat. And it's not just food that affects your sugar levels. There are some thousand aspects which really affect your sugar levels. And to
True.
ensure that your sugar levels remain in a good leveled balanced graph, and that condition is very difficult for a type 1. क्योंकि type 1 में ये रहता है कि वो कभी भी नीचे डिप करता है 30, so it's very low, or it goes up to 250, 500, 600, 700. So when I was detected, mine was 486 when for the first time I got detected, and it was back in 2004. तो तब public speaking में नहीं करती थी. I was one
Ah,
shy college kid in my second year of my college. So I think however chronic, however difficult this kind of deficiency is, when you Google about what type 1 is all about, you get to know the kind of side effects that it has. But I think with a happy heart, a promising approach, and a positive approach towards life, a supportive family, the support system really matters a lot. Of course, it's a very costly issue that you are facing. So in India, there's no insurance for anything. So insulin is
hmm.
very costly. Of course, I'm also fortunate enough or blessed enough to be able to afford myself high technology, wherein I have artificial pancreas attached to my body, which is, of course, I can just remove it out and show it on the show right now. So this is the thing which is my artificial pancreas. So the system is called Riley Link. This is the loop. So what happens is this speaks to my phone. So while I have a sensor attached here on my body. Of course, it's a solid top, so you can't see. But here is a little bump. So there's a little coin kind of a sensor which senses my sugar. It sends the message to this where you have app downloaded, and this tells my artificial pancreas कि अभी इसका शुगर इतना है एंड इसको इतने इंसुलिन की जरूरत है, या तो इतना अभी उसका लो जा रहा है तो इंसुलिन की जरूरत नहीं है, so it will stop giving me insulin, so my levels will be all maintained, balanced. So I
Awesome.
think this is all very high tech, and a lot of money goes behind it, the sensors to this entire system called looping. But I think with a very positive approach, and come what may, I'm here with 100-watt smile from this year to this year. I think there's no looking back. Life is just like any other person, and it has never ever stopped me from achieving my dreams. As I said, I got detected in 2004, and it's 2020. It has been 16 years that I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I think I'm happy with what I've done with my life, and there's so much more to do.
Definitely,
And nothing is
definitely.
stopping me. It's not coming my way for sure.
Never, never, never. And I hope, more success and more power to you. You are amazing in whatever you do, and nothing is never going to stop you. Always.
Thank
This is wonderful. The devices that you mentioned, I think if people can afford it, this is amazing. And then there's another, a little, less costly one. I think the Meow Meow one, that Nupur showed was a little less costlier
Yes.
one.
So that's a transmitter. So I think, and leave aside technology, I think it's only about you getting to know your body better. Blue
True.
Circle Diabetes Foundation is one foundation I joined 2-3 months back, but I'm so happy. Unlike most of the NGOs who are, typically, known for only getting the funding, I think this amazing group of people genuinely help fellow type 1s and even type 2 diabetics to ensure that their sugar levels remains under control, and the graph that of a non-diabetic. So there are 1,000 ways to ensure to make your sugar levels remain that particular range. Timing range is very important for us. So people who are watching, maybe your mother, your father, your cousin, somebody young like me who's a type 1 diabetic, any diabetic, you must Google about Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation, and I think they are doing an amazing job. Really,
Definitely.
genuinely.
Yeah, definitely. And Megha is also a part of them now. So this is
Yeah.
amazing. She's totally supporting the cause, and more power to you guys. This is something you guys take it with very happy face, but I know the difficulties are there. But then that's again inspirational because, that is not stopping you. And you can still go on and, spread smiles and be happy.
So I always tell a type 1 diabetic takes 1,000 extra decisions a day than a normal person does. क्या खाना
True.
है क्या नहीं खाना है, कितना इंसुलिन लेना है, क्या करना है, it's you know you have to think 6 hours before the time actually arrives, कि इतने टाइम बाद इतना शुगर होगा तो अभी इतना इंसुलिन डालना है. A lot of calculation. I'm poor at maths,
True.
but this made me good at my mathematics, really.
So, like you said that it was 2004 when you got to know about type 1 diabetes. So that was a very young age. So that young Megha, how did she take it, and how did the family of young Megha take that news?
I was too naive. I was 18 years old. The college kid who has so many dreams and eyes full of aspirations. I want to learn this and that. And I think the lust for learning and the list for learning was really long. And suddenly, ye aa gaya. Or so initially, when this got detected, everybody in the family was shocked. But I think the way my mom handled the entire situation is the best one could. So I think I'm absolutely 1000% thankful to the way mom handled and tackled the entire situation. I was always protected, but never overprotected, not to let me fulfill my dreams. So, mom and dad, they live in Bhavnagar, which is a small town, and I was studying in Ahmedabad when I got detected. So, initially, for a second, for a moment, they were like, emotionally, any parent would be a little scared. Let me get her back to Bhavnagar, and because the food is going to be the biggest challenge then once you are detected.
Yeah.
But I think that point of time I had just started with theaters, and I was much into sports. So even after that, even today I'm much into badminton and table tennis. These are my two favorite games. I can play anytime with anybody. So I was representing my college for both the years, for first year and second year, and I fortunately got some accolades for that for the college as well. And then theaters was the bug which has bitten me in the first year itself. So the principal, he called my parents from Bhavnagar to Ahmedabad, and he told them that, don't take this girl away. I think she's doing a great job, and I think she'll start managing her life on her own. Why do you want to really take her back, and crashing her dreams will not make sense.
Yeah.
And my mom, dad listened to him, and I think here I am and happy.
Awesome. 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 That's the best decision ever. We got RJ Megha from that incident. Awesome. All right. So, Megha, now coming towards the travel experiences part. So, like being a public speaker, you have not only done events in India, but you have also been abroad from all those events and gigs. So, any travel experiences that are related to culture or experiences, funny or weird or bizarre, any experiences that you would like to share with us?
Oh, many. So I won't say like how you travel, Minakshi, like crazy amount of travel and the vlogs that you make and passion for that. My job never allowed me to travel much, but still in between I have stolen time for myself. So the travel bug has bitten you in a crazy way, and fortunately there is no known antidote to it. I wish you happily stay infected forever with this the bug that has bitten you.
Always.
और कि मुझे भी तुम्हारी तरह इन्फेक्ट कर दो कि मैं बहुत सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस ले पाऊँ. So I think it is very obvious, and we all know that jobs just they fill your pockets, but adventures they
True.
fill your soul. So while I got to know that I have Minakshi who's into travel vlogging speaking to me today for this amazing vlog, I ensured that I sit here with this little thing. Yay! अभी
Awesome.
ये जो है ना, इसमें बहुत कम चीजें मार्क हुई है और इतना कुछ है मार्क करने के लिए that I just wish and pray and fingers crossed that ये कोविड जैसी सिचुएशन ना आए. So this time we planned a trip to Italy, and then COVID happened, so it got
Yeah.
cancelled for
Yeah.
the obvious reason. But so the experiences which you said I would want to share, I think बहुत सबसे पहली मेमोरी अगर कोई मेरी हो which is around travel, तो अगर हम हमारे यहाँ डोमेस्टिक ट्रिप्स की बात करें तो सबसे ज्यादा मुझे कोई याद रहा हो तो that is the trip to Kerala. Not just Kerala, the entire south of India. So the backwaters is what everybody remember, the houseboat memory. मैं मतलब काफी सारी बातूनी हूँ. So I still remember. I think Kerala trip happened in 2000 and 11 with my parents and one of my cousins. मैंने वो बंदे के साथ इतनी सारी बातें करी कि I still remember at the end of the trip he gifted me a wooden boat as a souvenir. और
Wow.
so those small memories, मुझे अभी भी याद है mesmerizing Munnar, that sight in itself nobody can ever forget. तो मुझे अभी उसकी एक ऐसी मेमोरी है कि जब हम वापस आ रहे थे ना, तो हमें बीच रास्ते, this is like back in 2011-12 what I remember, तो एक पूरा स्ट्रीट पर इम्पोर्टेड जैकेट्स वाला एक बंदा बैठा था बेचने के लिए. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, जब मैं स्ट्रीट जैकेट्स बोल रही हूँ तो दिमाग में आता है कि ओ दैट माइट बी दोस यूज्ड थिंग, बट नो, दे वर दोस नाइस पैक्ड ब्यूटीफुल जैकेट्स. अभी भी मेरे पास है, which we got only for 200-300 bucks each. और मैंने और मेरी कजिन ने लिटरली उसके ऊपर लूट मचाई थी. 5 उसने लिए थे, 5 मैंने लिए थे. And I remember the finest quality, colors, design, वो मुनार के रास्ते में कहीं पर था. So that's what I very fondly remember from Kerala trip. But I think culture-wise, if you say, if I have to share which has a very strong memory engraved from 8-9 years back, तो मुझे वो कथकली शो दिमाग में अभी भी बहुत ही ताजा है. दैट मेकअप एंड द आर्टिस्ट्री एंड हम लोग बैक स्टेज उनके ग्रीन रूम में गए थे टू सी हाउ they prepare for it. So that's what I remember. And I come from Gujarat, right? So यहाँ पर बहुत ठंड नहीं है, गर्मी बहुत ज्यादा होती है. Temperature reaches 45 degrees,
Yeah.
So I remember so as a kid हम लोग ना 90s में भी गए थे साउथ ऑफ इंडिया. तब हमने ऊटी, कोडाईकैनल वगैरह कवर किया था. तो मेरी फॉन्डेस्ट मेमोरी एज अ किड फ्रॉम द ट्रिप टू साउथ इज फ्रॉम ऊटी, जहां पर पहली बार मैंने वो आइस कोल्ड जमीन पर पैर रखा था. That's my memory. And I somehow remember, एक डिस्टिंक्ट मेमोरी ये है कि मैंने ना ऊटी वाला बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल सा 3-4 स्टार होटल उस जमाने में जो भी बुक किया होगा, आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर कि मैंने अपने आप को वो ऑटोमेटिक लॉक की वजह से पता नहीं होगा, और मैंने अपने आप को ऐसे लॉक करके सो गई थी कि मॉम डैड ने पूरी होटल को इकट्ठा किया था टू इंश्योर दैट आई लिसन टू व्हाट दे आर सेइंग एंड ओपन द डोर. So that's my memory. And one more from the south, which is striking right now, is Pondicherry. I've been there twice. और मम्मी को एक नेशनल अवार्ड मिला था फॉर हर बुक, एंड वी वर सपोज्ड टू गो टू चेन्नई, और वहां से हमने एक एक्सटेंडेड दिन की ट्रिप की थी पौंडीचेरी. So which is a distinct memory to Pondicherry for the second time, but the first time we went was when we went to Kodaikanal and Ooty. और तब का मुझे अभी भी याद है कि you as a kid you are not exposed to those foreigners, right?
Yeah.
तो तुम यार कितने छोटे से हो यार, 3rd-4th स्टैंडर्ड का बच्चा, वो फ्रेंच कॉलोनी में ऑरोविल आश्रम में, मुझे अभी भी याद है कि वो ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग और वो साइकिल में पूरा अंदर घूमते थे. उसका मेरे दिमाग में इतना ज्यादा असर हो गया कि मैंने बहुत सारे सवाल पूछे थे कि पापा के पास उस जमाने में बजाज सुपर होगा, दैट स्कूटर, तो ये लोग साइकिल में क्यों घूमते हैं, ये तो फॉरेनर्स है, दे शुड हैव एवरीथिंग विद देम, लेटेस्ट. तब मुझे वो समझ में आया था कि पोल्यूशन और थोड़ा बहुत उसका आइडिया तब मुझे दिया था कि वो पूरा अंदर का कॉलोनी जो है वहां पर सिर्फ और सिर्फ साइकिल यूज की जाती है. So those little memories from the trip down south is what I can remember right now.
Superb. I remember that we used to be kids and मेरा स्कूल भी हम लोगों को ट्रिप में ले जाता था. And I mean, I wouldn't let that little kid going to the trips, but my mom allowed me to go. And literally like first standard, second standard and fourth standard के बच्चों को कितनी अकल होती है, और मम्मी भेज देती थी. She was not scared, and I am scared now when I think back at that, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे फोन भी नहीं होते थे. Like you had to use the hotel landlines, and mom sent me to Chandigarh, to Shimla, and I remember Shimla of that times. Okay, that was like a totally different place. Abhi Shimla jao, it's not as awesome,
Of course.
It's not as awesome. There was Domino's that started there recently in Shimla, and Shimla used to look like a foreign land in India. Did not look like India. Like totally a foreign land. As if you went to Europe, to be honest.
For sure.
Yeah, and all the foreigners, traveling in Shimla, and we little kids, wearing our school ke sweaters and coats, and because it used to be horribly cold. and
those twinkling eyes looking with fancy at those foreigners, and
exactly.
that experience rather being
True, true,
fascinated
true.
with the new entire weather and culture altogether.
True, true, true. And my parents went to Shimla and Kashmir when I was in Pond. So I was like totally into na मेरे को भी शिमला जाना है, मेरे को भी शिमला जाना है. And so when the school went into Shimla trip, so my mom sent me, and now I'm like, why did she send me? But then I still have that memory of Shimla, and it's like super awesome memory, and I don't want to, do anything else but then be there in that kind of Shimla again.
But when you talk about your mom, I think it reminds me of my trip to England and Scotland back in 2007. So I
Wow.
just got done with my graduation, and mom was like, कि अभी उसका खत्म हुआ है, so I want to take her out somewhere. So we planned a trip to England because my Mausi lives there. So I still remember very distinctly. मैं कहाँ घूमना है उसके तो हजारों ब्लॉग्स है, पर मैं अपनी अगर मेमोरी शेयर करूँ ना, तो मुझे अभी भी याद है कि हम लोग ना जून 2007 की बात है जब हम घूमने गए थे. जस्ट आफ्टर माय कॉलेज गॉट ओवर एंड वी वेंट, माय ग्रेजुएशन के बाद तुरंत मम्मी मुझे लेके गई थी.
हाँ.
ग्लासगो एयरपोर्ट पर टेररिस्ट अटैक हुआ था जिस दिन हम वहां पर लैंड करने वाले थे उस दिन.
ओहो.
अब जैसे तुमने बताया, वो जमाना नहीं था कि जब हमारे पास सेल फोन्स हुआ करते थे.
हाँ.
यू नो
हाँ.
लैंडलाइन वाज द वे टू गेट इन टच विद द दिस
Yes.
थिंग. और मतलब हम इंटरनेशनल रोमिंग उस जमाने में वाज नॉट वेरी कॉमन, और इंटरनेट वाज नॉट
हाँ.
एज accessible. So that was the
हाँ.
time when I'm talking about. Not mobiles तो थे कॉलेज में भी, पर वो
हाँ.
इंटरनेशनल रोमिंग वाले.
एसटीडी पीसीओस में जाके कॉल करते थे.
हाँ
माय
यार,
पेरेंट्स यूज्ड टू
टोटली
उस टाइम पे
इंटरनेशनल
भी.
रोमिंग तो हमारे दिमाग में वहां कब होता. तो
हाँ.
आई स्टिल
फॉरेन है.
रिमेम्बर कि हुआ ये था कि पापा इधर, भाई इधर, वो लोग इतने डर गए थे क्योंकि वो जो ग्लासगो एयरपोर्ट पर अटैक हुआ था वही दिन था हमारा. मुझे तो अब तक जनरली आई डोंट रिमेम्बर डेट्स मच, पर मुझे अभी भी वो 30 जून इसलिए याद है क्योंकि उसी दिन हम लोग वहां लैंड होने वाले थे.
Damn.
तो हुआ ये था कि हम जब लैंड हुए ना, उसके बाद वो अटैक हुआ था और वो न्यूज में आने लग गया था. पर लकीली हम तब तक वी वर आउट ऑफ द एयरपोर्ट ऑलरेडी. तो वो एक पूरा जो मेमोरी है ना कि लोगों ने पूछा था कि अरे तो वो लोग वहां पर गए हैं, क्या हुआ ये वो. तो दैट वाज
हाँ.
वन मेमोरी. तो ये हुआ कि पापा मम्मी के साथ मैंने सिंगापुर, मलेशिया, थाईलैंड कवर किया. हुआ ये कि सिंगापुर, बाली, मलेशिया एंड थाईलैंड, दीज आर द 4 कंट्रीज जहां पर मुझे इवेंट्स भी मिली. तो कॉर्पोरेट्स में ये रहता है कि एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर they want to take their elite customers and their employees for a rejuvenating experience. So they have a lot of events that happens outside of India, which I host. So that's how I've been to those countries. So मैंने वो extensively सारा cover किया है. So the best experience I remember is the Changi Airport, Singapore. क्योंकि है ना, आई रिमेम्बर कि वो एयरपोर्ट इतना अच्छा है और इंटरनेशनली अक्लेम्ड है, वो तो है. बट देयर वाज दिस सेकंड टाइम जब मैं गई, तब का एक्सपीरियंस है. एक पूरा वुडन कटआउट होता है. एक आई डोंट नो इफ दैट पर्टिकुलर स्पॉट एनीबडी वाज लिसनिंग और मे बी यू एक्सप्लोर्ड दैट. और उसके ऊपर पेपर रख के यू हैव टू एक्चुअली यूज द क्रेयॉन्स एंड क्रिएट योर ओन पेंटिंग्स एंड ड्राइंग्स. तो मुझे
हाँ.
वो एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा लगा था. मेरे पास बहुत ज्यादा टाइम था कनेक्टिंग फ्लाइट में, और ये कि मैंने ना बहुत सारे इंटरेस्टिंग सुवेनियर्स खुद के हाथ से बनाकर घर वापस लेकर आई थी.
I
So
missed
that's
that
very
part. Oh my God. I was in Changi
yeah.
Airport and doing nothing.
experiences above everything.
डेफिनेटली. और कोई ऐसा एक्सपीरियंस जहाँ कुछ फनी या वियर्ड हुआ हो, लोगों से बात करते में या होटल में या कहीं पे भी, रोड्स पे, एनीथिंग
I think
वियर्ड?
my dad and me, we are both. So हम लोग मलेशिया में हुआ था. So it so happened that adventures में ना usually वहां पर लिखा होता है कि people with blood pressure shouldn't be a part of this adventure. तो हमने I remember Genting Island में एक राइड था जहां पर मॉम डिडंट जॉइन अस, सेइंग कि मैं नहीं ज्वाइन कर रही हूँ. तो मैं और डैड वहां पर गए, और वो इतना पॉपुलर राइड था. वहां पर 1.5 घंटे का वेटिंग था. एंड सो मॉम सेड कोई बात नहीं, मैं यहाँ पर बैठी हूँ, आई विल टॉक टू पीपल. और तो वहां पर बैठी होगी, और वो इतना ऊपर था, ऑन 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 अ लिटिल हाइट वो राइड, और इतना लंबा वेटिंग था. तो हमने हमने सोचा होगा वेटिंग, पर 1.5 घंटा किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था. सो हुआ ये कि अगेन मलेशिया वाज द टाइम हम गए थे जब जहाँ पर वो
सेल
इंटरनेशनल
फोन्स
रोमिंग
में.
वाला जमाना नहीं था.
हाँ.
So mom got stuck for hours and she just couldn't find us. और पापा और मैं इतने ज्यादा बातूने हैं कि हमें अभी भी याद है, पापा और मैं उस राइड में बैठे थे जहां पर 3 लोगों को एक साथ बैठना था, जहां पर कोई अबव 50 कोई बैठेगा ही नहीं, बट पापा इज लाइक चिल्ड आउट, उनको ब्लड प्रेशर है पर फिर भी वो तो बैठ गए। और सीरिया का कोई बंदा हमारे जस्ट बगल में बैठा था और पापा ने उनसे इतनी सारी बातें करी, एंड आई वाज सो फैसिनेटेड विद द टॉक दैट दे वर बोथ डिस्कसिंग, एंड मॉम वाज वेटिंग देयर फॉर आवर्स एंड आवर्स, एंड मैं बाप बेटी दोनों घंटों तक गायब, और वो बेचारी परेशान कि कहाँ गए, मिल नहीं रहे हैं, एंड शी वाज लाइक लॉस्ट। तो मुझे वो एक मेमोरी मलेशिया की याद है। और स्पेशली आई थिंक it was beautiful as far as the greenery is concerned. जब तुम जेंटिंग आइलैंड में जा रहे हो वो रोपवे में, तुम्हारी नजर जहां तक जाए वहां तक तुम्हें सिर्फ और सिर्फ घने जंगल दिखे। वो नजारा मेरे दिमाग में इतना engraved है, it is one of the lifetime memory. You can really smell that oxygenated surrounding.
The
So
fresh
that is
air.
very, yeah.
दिल्ली वाले तो
Yeah.
बस एक्स्ट्रा ऑक्सीजन, पहाड़ों में जाके सबसे पहले सांस लेनी है हमने।
And I was just, while we're talking, I also remember why I said that Maldives is one of the finest, because overwater villa में कभी इससे पहले मैं रही नहीं थी, so those pristine water bodies all around your room, तो वो नीचे ग्लास फ्लोर के नीचे तुम्हें वो बेबी शार्क्स तैरती नजर आए, उससे अच्छा और मतलब लाइफ में और क्या चाहिए।
Seriously.
So inside of the room and balcony, you just get outside and you are right inside the water, and the best is of spa, and beautiful those baby sharks and a lot of interesting water bodies that you get to see around you. तो वो मेरे हिसाब से बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग रहा, क्योंकि हमने ये किया था, हमने 2-3 चीजें जो लोग ने अब तक मालदीव्स प्लान ना किया उनको बता दिया जाए कि लोग ये समझते हैं दैट इट इज ओनली फॉर हनीमूनर्स, बट नो, me, my husband, my parents, all 4 of us went together, and I think we had one of the finest family time there. क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल से वहां पर एक्सपीरियंसेस करने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा है, तो हम लोग ने ना 2-3 चीजें करी थी जो लोगों को टिप्स के तौर पे ध्यान में रख सकते हैं टू सेव मनी आफ्टर ऑल,
Definitely.
एंड दैट इज, हम 8 दिन के लिए गए थे और हमने पागलों की तरह स्नॉर्कलिंग किया, घंटों घंटों रोज, मतलब इट इज नॉट एन एग्जैजरेशन इफ आई टेल यू दैट वी स्नॉर्कल्ड फॉर 5 hours डेली फॉर ऑल 8 days, इतना हमें पसंद आया। तो उसमें हमने क्या किया था, स्नॉर्कलिंग गियर्स जो है ना, वो वहां से अगर आप लोगे उनकी शॉप से रेंट आउट करोगे, तो उसके ना उसका रेंट होता है पर आवर कुछ, तो वो हम लोग यहाँ से स्नॉर्कलिंग गियर्स लेकर गए थे, तो हम अनलिमिटेड आवर्स तक स्नॉर्कलिंग अपने रूम से सीधा कर पाए, तो उसमें हमने काफी डॉलर बचाए। अदर थिंग व्हिच आई वेरी स्पेसिफिकली रिमेम्बर इज दैट वहां पर फूड एंड आई थिंक ओवरऑल बहुत कॉस्टली है, अनलेस एंड अनटिल एयरबीएनबी के थ्रू आप अकोमोडेशन ढूंढो, क्योंकि अभी वहां पर लोकल आइलैंड्स पर लोकल लोग गेस्ट हाउसेस बना रहे हैं, और करीबन लोकलाइट्स ने ही 300 गेस्ट हाउस बना लिए हैं अलग अलग आइलैंड्स पर। बट अदर देन दैट, इफ यू वांट टू गो टू अ गुड रिसोर्ट, वो एक्सपीरियंस वाली जो एग्जॉर्बिटेंट ट्रिप का अगर तुम कर रहे हो, तो उसमें भी पैसे बचाने के लिए एक आइडिया ये है कि पानी से लेकर खाना बहुत ज्यादा कॉस्टली है, तो हमने ना वो रेडी टू मेक फूड पैकेट साथ में ले लिए थे। सो एक पापा मम्मी साथ में थे, सो दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू रियली एंजॉय दैट इंग्लिश ब्रेकफास्ट, वहां पर उस रिसोर्ट में कोई इंडियन था ही नहीं, सारे यूरोपियंस ही थे। तो वो बिरयानी से लेकर पुलाव से लेकर पाव भाजी से लेकर पोहा एंड उपमा, यू नेम इट, वी इवन टू डिजर्ट्स अलोंग, मतलब शीरा भी बन जाए वैसा हम लेके हॉट वाटर में और डन फॉर this. तो हमने हमेशा से ये इंश्योर किया था कि फॉर बिकॉज इट वाज अ 8 days ट्रिप और दो रूम्स, मतलब 2 वाटर विलास, तो इट वाज गोइंग टू बी एन एग्जॉर्बिटेंट अफेयर फॉर श्योर। Maldives happens to be world's most exorbitant location, तो वहां पर जाना 8 दिन के लिए 4 लोगों के लिए और इतना अमेजिंग सा रिसोर्ट में रहना, तो कुछ कुछ जगह ऐसे हमने पैसे बचाए थे कि ब्रेकफास्ट वाज ऑफ कोर्स पार्ट ऑफ द डील, बट हम लोग ये चीजें जो लेकर गए थे, बिरयानी पुलाव पाव भाजी, दैट यूज्ड टू बी अ ग्रेट डील for our lunch.
Superb,
So yeah,
superb, superb.
I think one of the finest experience was
दिस इज
that.
ऑसम. मुझे इससे याद आता है कि हम जब दुबई गए थे तो लाइक मैं बोल रही थी कि वहाँ प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी खाने की क्योंकि इंडियंस भरे पड़े हैं वहाँ पे. एंड लिटरली
हाँ
दुबई में जैन फूड भी मिलता है. लाइक इवन इफ यू गो
हाँ
टू द
हाँ.
डेजर्ट सफारी दे गिव यू जैन फूड. तो मैं मम्मी से कह
Yes.
रही कि मम्मी ऐसी दिक्कत नहीं जाएगी. लेकिन मम्मी मैं बाहर का खाना नहीं खाऊंगी, मैं बाहर का खाना नहीं खाऊंगी. और फिर ये इन लोगों ने फिर दे वी टुक अ होटल अपार्टमेंट, सो इट वाज लाइक यू कैन
हाँ
कुक योर ओन मील देयर. सो हमने भी यही किया
हाँ.
था कि हम पैक्ड फूड ले गए थे वहां पे. तो 2 दिन तो हमने
Very.
खाया. फिर मैंने कहा कि एक्सप्लोर करने जा रहे हैं हम, बस बहुत होगी तुम लोगों की. और फिर मैंने
हाँ
उनको, हम लोगों ने मीना बाजार के पास में ही लिया था बिकॉज आई न्यू कि मीना बाजार,
हाँ.
मुझे ये पता चल गया था मीना बाजार सस्ता पड़ जाएगा हम लोगों को क्योंकि इंडियंस बहुत हैं वहां पे. सो इवन इन माई ब्लॉग आई हैव मेंशन्ड कि मीना बाजार जाओ, वहां के टैक्सी ड्राइवर्स से बात करो. तो वो जितना तुम
हाँ.
यहाँ पे पे करोगे ना, जैसे हम एयरबीएनबी को पे करते हैं, हम ट्राइपोर्टो को पे करते हैं, इससे अच्छा कि तुम वहां जाके उनसे बात कर लो. वो तुम्हें कम से कम नहीं तो 400-500 दिरहम कम में घुमा देंगे. एंड दे ऑल्सो अटैच यू टू he made us do a trip to Abu Dhabi in just 1 day, and
Wow.
it was entirely free. Like you can go to that Emirates Palace, it's free. And then वो मस्जिद है वहाँ की बड़ी वाली शेख जैद अली मस्जिद, that is free. So एक दिन में हमने पूरा कवर कर लिया था. और जितना मजा दुबई में
Wow.
नहीं आया होगा, हमें अबू धाबी में आ गया था उस टाइम पे.
That, oh.
एंड मीना बाजार हमने फिर एक्सप्लोर करना शुरू किया तो पता चला वहां पे एक मंदिर भी है. वहां पे
Very
भी
cool.
ऐसा मतलब वी प्रेड इन इंडोनेशिया. So they made us,
हाँ.
wrap up that. And then the prayers were totally different from our Hindu prayers, but those were Hindus. Unki
Yes, yes.
prayers were totally different. But then she was so polite and nice that we followed whatever she told us to do. So
Good. Yes.
we did
You
that.
get to learn so much about the local culture. मैं
True.
बाली में ना सेकेंड टाइम जब गई थी, the first time honeymoon था तो वो अच्छा वाला रिसोर्ट में हम गए थे, but second
हाँ.
time I went to this event. I took my cousin along. She joined me halfway, and then हमने पूरा रोड ट्रिप किया हुआ है बाली का,
Wow.
अलग अलग शहरों में. तब हमने होम स्टे किया था, and I think the connection with the localites, it
हाँ.
made a trip the amazing most. वो छोटी छोटी टिप्स उनकी जब हम समझ के चलते हैं ना, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन जो दिखता है वो सारे तुम जैसे से फॉर एग्जांपल जस्ट गूगल अबाउट बाली, तो वो नाइट सफारी तो वो हर ब्लॉग पे या तो
हाँ.
डेस्टिनेशन मेंशन होगा टॉप लिस्ट. पर वो जो छोटी छोटी बातें कि अगर तुम राइस फील्ड की ओर जा रहे हो तो बीच में कहाँ अटक के कौन सा एक्सपीरियंस क्या करना है, वो सारी बातें लोकलाइट से ही पता चलती है.
Exactly,
That
exactly.
homestay is something which is more interesting than the resort stays now.
डेफिनेटली. एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई से ना कि एक्सप्लोर करो. जितना ज्यादा तुम एक्सप्लोर करोगे उतना ज्यादा. जैसे देहरादून में जब मैं रह रही थी, सो आई
हाँ
एक्सप्लोर्ड देहरादून इन सो मेनी वेज. मसूरी ऐसे आप पता करोगे तो दैट स्मॉल रोड. एंड दे से कि देहरादून में पढ़ाई अच्छी है, जबकि देहरादून में पढ़ाई अच्छी नहीं है. देहरादून और मसूरी के बीच में से आप गुजरते हो, जो कि पता भी नहीं चलेगा कहाँ डाइवर्जन ले लिया. और वो स्कूल की दुनिया ही अलग है, दुनिया ही
वेरी
अलग
ट्रू.
है.
और एंड लीव दैट असाइड, लाइक हाउ मैंने मुनार का बताया कि लोग यूजुअली सर्च करते हैं कि यार शॉपिंग डेस्टिनेशन, तो तुम जब
हाँ.
साउथ का सर्च करोगे ना तो मोस्टली वो नल्ली नल्ली सिल्क और ये वो तो अच्छी जगह है ही है. बट
हाँ.
जैसे स्ट्रीट में कहीं पर कुछ ऐसे ऐसे सुवेनियर्स या चीजें मिल जाती है जो तुम सिर्फ जब लोकली खुद ट्रैवल करके एक्सप्लोर करोगे तभी मिलेगा. सो पीपल ऑफन सर्च अबाउट
एग्जैक्टली.
शॉपिंग लोकेशंस व्हेन दे गो टू ट्रैवल. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि वो तो कमर्शियल जगह तो दिखती है, but
हाँ.
travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer.
Exactly. All right, so it's coming towards the end of the interview. So
Yeah.
one more question is that you have met all these celebrities and successful personalities, and we all know that उनकी vibes से हमें काफी कुछ सीखने मिलता है. So any best moments with these celebrities that you would like to share with us? The bestest moments.
I think from each one of them I've learned so much, but to quickly share a few, I remember बूढ़ा होगा तेरा बाप के वक्त अमिताभ बच्चन यहाँ पर आए हुए थे, और उस वक्त अहमदाबाद में it was raining like cats and dogs. इतना सादा बदतर हालत हो गया था बारिश का. तो करीबन ना 3 बजे प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस था. सो ही ऑलवेज कम्स ऑन टाइम. उनकी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस कभी लेट शुरू नहीं होती है. सो आई वेरी स्पेसिफिकली रिमेम्बर कि 3 बजे वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस खत्म किया होगा. उसके बाद पर्सनल इंटरव्यू शुरू हो रहे थे एक्सक्लूसिव फॉर लाइक न्यूज़पेपर्स, रेडियो स्टेशन. तो वो एक्सक्लूसिव जो शुरू हुए उसमें मेरी बारी आई रात को 11:30 बजे. अब इस उम्र का इंसान, एंड वी ऑल नो दैट अमिताभ बच्चन has an entire team that follows him and they are shooting him all the time. So I very remember very fondly or with awe I remember कि 11:30 बजे मैरिट में वो थे, और जब हमारी बारी आई तब तक तो ही वाज एग्जॉस्टेड विद सो मेनी बैक टू बैक इंटरव्यूज, एंड इवन देन सुबह से ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, मल्टीपल सिटीज में उनकी प्रमोशनल टूर्स थी, और रात को 11:30 बजे जब मेरी बारी आई, आपके उनके चेहरे पर आपको एक शिकन नजर नहीं आएगी, उतनी ही एनर्जी, उतना ही पॉजिटिव वाइब, और जरा भी आपको ये पता नहीं चलेगा दैट यू आर द 20th person who's asking him the same kind of question which is answering since many days at different cities, and today since morning in this crazy rain. I mean, another level of energy and dedication to work is big B for sure. Another thing I've learned from Shah Rukh Khan, the very first time I met him was when he was here for promoting My Name is Khan. And so there was an entire gig which was planned. So इतना meticulous plan था कि every second of the stage, every gig, उसके पहले उसके बाद में क्या करना है was beautifully crafted. ऐसा नहीं किया वो जब होगा तब देखा जाएगा. After all, he's Shah Rukh Khan and he's very spontaneous, and I'm sure he can handle, and he's a huge team to handle every situation. But no, everything he planned. So I was titled Love Angel. Okay, उस वक्त पूरा एक ऐसा गिग प्लान किया था कि ऑडियंस में लोगों को सिलेक्ट करना था, लव स्टोरी वो सुनने वाले थे. There was a lovometer. He will listen to the story, he will rate. वो पूरा प्लान किया था.
Wow.
और ये पूरा खत्म हुआ ना इवेंट, शाहरुख खान मेनिया, पागल वाला, crazy, and I actually love him because I think there's nobody else who has given me such finest of interviews, which every journalist or every interview would tell, because I think there's so much depth, and 1000 बुक्स पढ़ी होगी तभी जाके इतनी सेंसिबल और सेंसिटिव बातें एक साथ वो कर पाते हैं. बट आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर कि माय नेम इज खान होस्ट किया, उनकी लव एंजल बनी, बहुत ही अच्छा कवरेज मिला ऑन ऑल टेलीविजन एंड ऑफ कोर्स ऑन माय रेडियो. आई प्लेड दैट इन अ ब्यूटीफुल लाइफ टाइम मेमोरी. बट उसके बाद ही अगेन केम टू अहमदाबाद फॉर चेन्नई एक्सप्रेस. उस वक्त भोपाल से आने वाले थे, और उस वक्त ना कुछ उनका एक रिकॉर्ड बन रहा था कि maximum number of cities being covered as a part of a promotional tour for a film. तो वो back to back दिन रात ट्रैवल कर रहे थे. और भोपाल से जब वो अहमदाबाद आए थे उस वक्त बहुत ज्यादा बारिश थी अगेन, तो उनकी फ्लाइट बहुत लेट हो गई थी चेन्नई एक्सप्रेस के लिए. और मुझे अभी भी याद है कि वो लेट तो आए ही आए, बट आफ्टर मीटिंग मी लाइक माय नेम इज खान के बाद जब चेन्नई एक्सप्रेस के लिए मुझे मिले ना, तो हमारे पास मीटिंग का कोई वो स्पेस ही नहीं था. एंड ही स्टिल with zero information about who's going to host or no meeting space we got, he still remembered by name after so many years. So I was like, it is one of the finest things, and one thing to learn from as a communicator for people like me and you is that वो किसी के भी साथ बात करेंगे ना तो वो उनका नाम याद रखेंगे. जैसे से फॉर एग्जांपल, और शाहरुख खान ऐसे छोटे छोटे आंसर नहीं देते कि दिया और खत्म कर दिया, देने के लिए नहीं देते, नॉट सेक ऑफ गिविंग आंसर. तो बहुत ही इन डेप्थ ब्यूटीफुल सा आंसर देंगे, 2-3 मिनट का लंबा छोटा सा सवाल, उसका बड़ा सा जवाब, और जवाब के बाद वो बताएंगे, वो वापस आपको थैंक यू करेंगे. And he'll ask for your validation. I hope, Meenakshi, I've given the answer the way you actually expected out of me. So, matlab, I hope I have answered your question. He will remember your name after 4 minutes when there are questions from across the entire hall showered on him, and people are like raising their hands like crazy, back to back. But he is so much present in the situation and the time wherever he is. He'll remember everything about you, and what a amazing personality.
हाँ, आपने तो लाइव एक्सपीरियंस किया है, आई एम श्योर.
सारों के साथ मेरे पर्सनल कुछ इतने बढ़िया, लाइक अजय देवगन के साथ आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर. सो ही इज अ चेन स्मोकर. सो आई वेरी फॉन्डली रिमेम्बर कि मैं कुछ तो ऐसी मीटिंग में फंसी थी और मैंने बहुत फॉलो अप करके वो एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू सेटअप किया था पीआर टीम के साथ, मिल भी गया, और देन अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई वाज लेट. इमेजिन लाइक अजय देवगन इज वेटिंग फॉर मी, एंड आई वाज लाइक डूड, मैं तो इतनी ज्यादा एम्बैरेस्ड, इतनी ज्यादा सॉरी, इतनी ज्यादा बहुत ही रिग्रेट के साथ आई वाज लाइक, बहुत ही बहुत बुरी गंदा फील हो रहा था कि हाउ कैन आई बी लेट एंड मेक दी अजय देवगन लेट, क्योंकि वो एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू के बाद उनका प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस था. दिस वाज अ डे टाइम थिंग व्हिच वाज मिड मॉर्निंग में सॉर्ट किया हुआ था. तो मेरा शो भी मिड मॉर्निंग में होता है, तो वो सब कुछ सेट करने में थोड़ा लेट हो गई मैं. तो मुझे अभी भी याद है कि वो स्मोकिंग, एंड द मोमेंट आई एंटर्ड आई थॉट कि यार अब तो इंटरव्यू देंगे नहीं, और दिस माइट बी सम हॉरिबल एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ माय लाइफ. he was so polite, composed, not at all angry. और उन्होंने अपनी जो
Wow.
सिगरेट थी वो बुझाई, sorry बोला, and then he was like, please come. And I was like, I was so sorry, and he was absolutely chilled out. So that
Wow.
is when I remember even Amir Khan के साथ I have a great memory. Even like मेरे पास अक्षय कुमार सबके साथ इतनी ज्यादा लंबा लिस्ट है ना. I think when we
True.
meet, I'm going to share all those memories with you.
Definitely, definitely. I think we'll have to make another episode for all these experiences that you have. Like, aap naam lo, and Megha has met them, and she has, live experienced these amazing people. And to be honest, like you shared about Amitabh Bachchan, like, ये लोग मतलब ये भी एक सीखने वाली चीज होती है. ये लोग थकते नहीं है, पता नहीं कैसे नहीं थकते. प्रहलाद
Really.
कक्कड़ का इवेंट, ठीक है, एंड वो सुबह से ही इज अरेंजिंग द वेलकमिंग द गेस्ट, एंड ही हैज टू टॉक टू द स्पीकर्स एंड एवरीथिंग. और रात के 11:30
हाँ.
हम थक गए, एंड वो हमसे बातें कर रहे हैं. और उन्होंने इतनी
Yes.
बातें करी है हमसे, इतनी
At this
वो
age.
खड़े होके. हाँ, एट दिस एज. वही तो मैं भी कह रही थी, मैंने कहा भैया हम थक गए. एंड ही स्टैंडिंग एंड ही इज लाइक, वो उन्होंने एक बार भी नहीं कहा कि बेटा तुम जाओ, अब क्या है, अब तो इवेंट खत्म हो गया है, तुम यहाँ क्यों खड़े हो. बट नो बडी केयर्ड, एंड इट वॉज अ डिफरेंट, लाइक हम सोचेंगे कि आप फिल्म लाइन में चले जाओगे या फिल्म वालों से मिलोगे, एंड दे आर टू बिग पर्सनालिटीज एंड दे हैव लर्न सो मच एंड दे विल बी मीन और रूड टू यू, बट दे आर नॉट. दे आर एब्सोल्युटली पोलाइट, अमेजिंग, and they
Very much.
always give you so much gyan and insights about a lot of
And
things.
this Prahlad Kakkar, he has another level of swag. Advertising में काम किया है ना.
Awesome.
वो
हाँ.
जब मैं उनको 2 बार मिली हुई हूँ, और जो पहली बार मिली तब उनको प्रॉपर सूटेड बूटेड देखा था, और दूसरी बार
हाँ.
जब मिली तब वो लुंगी में आए थे. इंडिया फिल्म
हाँ.
प्रोजेक्ट में ही आए थे और लुंगी में आए थे. I mean, he
हाँ.
has another swag,
Swag.
not just content wise, but also the
Totally.
way he looks and he behaves and he talks.
टोटली इतना, मतलब उनकी नॉलेज ऐसी है ना कि 30 सेकेंड्स में बंदा पूरे दुनिया को कैप्चर कर ले. अमिताभ बच्चन का वो जो एड उनका फेमस हुआ था, वो गुजरात के वो काइट वाला फेस्टिवल करके उन्होंने पेप्सी का एड बनाया था, एंड दैट वाज, जब याद आया ना तो पता चला दिस इज द मैन बिहाइंड दैट एड. एंड आई वाज लाइक, हम मार्केटिंग के लिए कुछ सोच नहीं पाते हैं, एंड दिस गाय इज डूइंग दैट इन 30 seconds एंड देन कैचिंग अटेंशन ऑफ द एंटायर
Exactly.
मिलियंस ऑफ पीपल्स. Like, awesome man, awesome level of energy and knowledge and politeness and humbleness. So ये भी सीखने मिलता है कि no matter where you are and what level you are, you still can be polite and humble, and it costs nothing to be kind,
Totally.
honestly. Yeah, this is amazing. And it's amazing talking to you, Megha. There are a lot of things that we can talk about. There's so much to talk about. But coming towards the end of the interview, because I have taken a lot of your time and absolutely
So,
enjoyed all of it.
absolutely.
So, any last message that you would like to share with us for our listeners and viewers?
Yeah, in a very basic thing that in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. So my goal, listening to you especially now, is, I want to run out of pages in my passport. So I just want to travel. So the goal basically should be to die with memories and not dreams. So, live life beautifully, king size, queen size, whatever. And respect
Definitely.
and love the people around you. I think that's what makes your and their life beautiful together, as an experience and memory to remember forever. So yeah, cherish life.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Megha. This was absolutely amazing, amazing episode. And I think I enjoyed the entire conversation so much. So much to learn from you and so much to.
I'm so glad you liked. Same here, Meenakshi.
Thank you so much, Megha. And I think I can listen to you all day and every day. And I'm going to watch all of your events or gigs and whatever you share on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, sab jagah. I'm going to watch you all the time. You got a new stalker.
Loads of love, loads of love.
So, this was Megha's inspiring life journey so far and some interesting travel experiences. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for giving your precious time to this podcast. If this episode was inspiring and insightful, please do drop a comment on my Instagram and YouTube at @mybohovoyage. Also, do check out my YouTube channel at @mybohovoyage for the video version of this episode. Please do subscribe and give a 5-star rating and hopefully write a review for Inspiring Explorers. Also, please don't forget to connect with me on Instagram and YouTube. Drop me a hi or send me a comment so that I know we are in this journey together. This is Meenakshi Srivastava, your host for Inspiring Explorers, saying goodbye. See you next week with an amazing, inspiring interview. Till then, take care.